Hey guys, I'm Beck Cranford and I'm a woman who preaches, and today we're going to talk about an imprecatory psalm or a psalm of cursing. We're going to talk about a difficult psalm, Psalm 137, which is usually not in the lectionary, and I'll give you one reason why. Go ahead and look at verse 137:9. That's the reason why it's usually not in the lectionary. Because it talks about bashing babies' heads on rocks. So that's, wow. Imagine if you were a literalist, what this might mean for you to take that literally, right? Crazy towns. So if you're wondering what this verse is, it's a psalm that is an imprecatory psalm, a psalm of cursing, that was written most likely by Jeremiah or someone from the Jeremiah cult or the people of exile. So the fun thing about this is that it's mentioned, the exile is mentioned in Jeremiah, and the people were distraught. They were remembering Zion, how it had been broken down by those who conquered them and took them off to Babylon. And they sit down by the rivers and they remember Zion. If you recall the song from the 70s by Boney M that was like, as we sat down by the rivers of Babylon and we remembered Zion, right? You might remember that song. That is this verse. And you're like, how in the world could people be so upset that they would want their enemies, infants, to experience this horrible thing? Well, they could. It's a lot like people who are angry enough to pick up a brick and throw it at someone. And when people are grieving, when they're angry, this is something that happens, right? We say things that we don't often mean because we are in our feelings. And this is a verse full of feelings. This is a psalm full of feelings. This is not a psalm that is didactic or teaching. This is not something we'd say, oh, does this align to Christ? No, it has nothing to do with Christ. This has everything to do with the feelings of grief that are very real and very visceral. And again, this is a psalm of cursing. There we go. Psalm 137, a little bit for you today.